No, man, let me just share my desktop. Okay, can everybody see my agenda item on the screen?
No.
No.
Can't see it. No, what's going on tonight again?
Yes, now we can.
Yeah, learning. Yeah.
Can you see it now? Okay. I think the internet is just very slow, so it's
Okay,
lagging.
I can't see it.
Okay.
So what are you talking about?
Okay. Let me just give you a minute. Okay, let me just give everybody a minute. Maybe then you can see it. Maybe it's the internet that's slow. Can everybody see it now? My screen.
Nope.
No,
Yes.
still can't.
We can.
So some people can see it and some people can't. Thanks, Monique. Okay, while we're just waiting for my screen to come up, please just put your attendance, fill in the attendance register, if you don't mind. Can you see now? Can everybody see now?
Still can't.
No.
Yes,
And
I
how
can
many?
see.
So some people can. Okay, just give it another minute. Maybe some people can and some people can't. Very strange. Can you see it now?
Nope.
But some people can see it.
It seems like some people can see it.
Are you on a mobile? Are
No,
you
I'm on
people
a
on
laptop.
mobile device, on a laptop? And the people that can see it? On a laptop or mobile?
Now I can't see it anymore.
My word. Okay, let me just see. Anyway, let me just continue because it's just the agenda that's up. Maybe you'll be able to see it afterwards. Um, okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just want a quick review session with you people as to how it went for the week with the accounting equation. Then I want to do the basic accounting equation, just a quick few examples again. VAT, I want to integrate VAT examples into the basic accounting equation. Okay. Is there anybody who use the eTutor platform? If you use your eTutor platform and I am your eTutor, I'm group 2E, you'll see A14. I'm going to start posting the activities there. So I'd like you to, if you are in my group, then I'd like you to do those activities for me. I'll show you how to do it as well so that we can all give feedback in that group. That's only if I am in your group. For those that are not, we're going to be, you'll just use our Teams platform. The other thing is that many of the examples that I do use, I make it up as I go along, because the smarter you get, I try to outsmart you. Okay, so I don't have the examples that I can give to you afterwards. I make them up as we go along. So basically what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Let's just have a quick review. A few people who wants to say something. I don't want to make the review session a complaining session because we don't want to be negative and we just, but anything that you want to Want to review or say? Yes, anybody?
Evening, Aziza.
Yes.
I lost your screen. I can't see your screen anymore. I could see just a few minutes before, but I lost now.
Okay. I don't know what to do about that now, but for the time being, we are just I've just got the agenda up. So when we are change it, I'll see what I can do.
Just a
Okay.
question, Aziza.
Yes.
I wasn't able to attend yesterday, so I just want to find out from where do we start today?
The Wednesday night class is where we do official work. The other classes it's not really classes. Is if somebody has a problem, they email me and then I'll just say if there's another 2 or 3 people or 4 people that has the same problem, they can join.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's not a official class.
Noted.
Okay. Anybody else? Why do I have 1800 here? My time is incorrect. Okay, but
Sorry, Aziza. Me again. I'm
yes.
in group 10E, so not in 2E, but I really, really want to participate all your exercise, whatever you want to publish. So I'm wondering if you're going to publish maybe in WhatsApp group, because I really want to do all the exercise you published.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll just work out something that I can send in the group. You see, the problem is the platform works quite nice where everybody views the answers and then you can comment on it. On the WhatsApp, it becomes just, and I don't want to teach on the WhatsApp group. So it becomes like kind of like a nightmare, but I'll work out something, Maggie, that we can do.
Thank you so much.
Maybe in one of those small classes that we have. I'll see and I'll speak to our administrator. And then I'll see what we can do, our coordinator. Okay, so let me just see if you can see the next one. What is this? Okay, can some of you now see this this screen?
Can't see anything.
Not yet.
Is there
No.
somebody else that can see it?
Still waiting.
Are there people that can?
Yes, I think we can see.
Can you see now?
It's flashing black and blue. I'm not sure if it's the text. Oh, there's a terrible feedback.
Can you all just mute your mics, please? Okay. Yeah, just keep your mics mute, please. Just if you need to speak to me and then you just unmute. Is there people that can see now the basic accounting equation in front of them?
Sorry, no, still can't see.
Nope.
Nobody. Let me just...
No.
So Monique, you can still see the agenda.
No.
You must share the page. You need to share your screen.
My screen is shared.
No. You're sharing Microsoft Word agenda, so that no matter what you click on now, it'll only show us that screen. Does that make sense?
Just hold on quickly.
You should unshare and then reshare on a specific.
Okay. Is it working now?
We just need a few minutes for it to work.
You see now?
Yes, it's working now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
Ali, I
it's
still
working.
can't see anything.
Now I can see.
Okay, so let's start. It seems like most. Okay. Thanks. Okay. let's start. So I'm just going to run through the basic accounting equation quickly. Very simple examples. Then we move on to do VAT like we said, and then we incorporate that with the basic accounting equation. So let's just give some random exercise. I am somebody that does tutoring, and my business is tutor with Aziza, or tutor with Aziza. And so the following transactions took place in my business. Okay. So the first thing is Conrad came to me and he wants to tutor. And he says he wants 3 sessions at one go, and my sessions go for 500 Rand a session. What are my accounting entries for this? Anybody?
I think it's
I've
bank.
got the equation. Bank.
And service rendered.
Okay, let's just see if I can move here. Okay, let's just put this here as a summary. Okay, so the lady says, I'm going to debit bank. Did you say debit bank?
Yes.
With 1,500 Rand. And you're saying credit services rendered. Services. Can I just ask you to keep your mics muted, please? If you're not talking. Okay. So we're all in agreement with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move again. And assumingly, I purchased a laptop from IC, and the laptop cost me 12,000 Rand. How would I account for those transactions?
You're going to debit equipment and then I don't know.
Anybody else?
I think you're gonna debit equipment, then credit the bank.
Conrad, do you agree with the lady?
Do you have 12,000 Rand or plus in the bank account?
Okay,
Because
so
that's
you're
my
saying
question.
debit 12,000?
No. I'm asking,
Okay.
do we have that type of money? Because all there's no capital.
No. It doesn't matter. It's a tutoring, but yeah, don't worry if I've got it in the bank right now.
Okay, so
Well, assumingly we had it. Assumingly we had it.
Okay, then you have
Assumingly we had it.
obviously a
Yes.
bank and a contract account with your equipment.
Okay. So you saying credit bank. Nishan, do you agree with Conrad? Does everybody agree?
Aziza,
Yes.
did you purchase
Yes.
the computer on credit or did you pay cash?
Well, I thought I said on credit, and then somewhere down the line, I thought maybe I didn't say it, maybe it was in my head, but I meant on credit. I don't know if I said it on credit.
Oh.
So it's on credit from IQ. So what is the
So it's
account now?
the liability now.
So what are you saying, debit?
You credit your liabilities.
And you are saying we're going to debit equipment.
Yes.
Okay, who am I speaking to now? Who am I speaking to?
You speaking to, I don't know, what do I appear? DM.
Oh, you DM.
Yeah.
DM, now tell me something. If you have 4 boyfriends, right?
Mhm.
You got 4 boyfriends. Do you save the number on the phone as boyfriend, 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 boyfriend? Because at some point you're going to phone the wrong boyfriend on the wrong day.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
So don't you save it as boyfriend, you know, money, boyfriend,
Airtime,
figure, boyfriend,
data.
airtime. So you get what I'm saying? So we're going to have to say, I see, or incredible connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to end up giving the wrong money to the wrong person and things like that. So that's how we do it. Don't forget. So don't forget that. You'll remember now that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay. So are we all on the same page? So is everybody still following me?
Yes.
I'm on
Okay.
the
Looks
same
like
page.
everybody's following me. I can't always see it. Okay. Okay. I can't always. Okay. Somebody asked me, can you mute your microphone, please? Can you just mute your microphones? Thanks. Okay, do you save the presentation somewhere for us to download? Yes, it is under posts, files. Next to posts, there's a thing called files. You just have to go in there and you'll find it. Just work your way around Teams and you'll find it. I've uploaded before 12 o'clock every day. Otherwise, I'll also be on the WhatsApp group just for ease of convenience. I then just send it to you. I'm not always looking at my phone, so if you're going to answer at your phone, because I use my phone for the messages because it's easier. And then, okay, let's continue. So, I bought the laptop and I wanted insurance. So I paid insurance from the 1st of June, 2020 till the 1st of May 2021. So how do I account for those transactions? Anybody?
They'll fall under assets account. Prepaid.
Debit, credit, debit, prepaid, 1,200.
And credit the bank.
Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to?
La Rosa.
Okay, La Rosa. Hi. La Rosa, your children, do you all name them child, 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 child?
Mm.
Maybe I should color code these things. I'm going to color code it. So let's call it prepaid insurance. You can have prepaid anything, no? Just remember that. Okay.
Mm.
Right. So La Rosa, show them how smart you are. So said in June. So say August comes, right? I then say August comes. How do I account for the prepaid insurance for the month of August?
So 1.2 is that for all the months for the year, right?
Yes, for the 12
Until
months.
next year.
For the year, yes.
For the
Yes.
year. So we would assume that then 1 month's worth of insurance costs what 10 rand, 100 rand, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So yes.
And what?
So
Give me the entries.
The entries.
I'll just give you 1 minute quickly. Hold on quickly. I'm just gonna give you 1 minute to think about it quickly. I see you coming up as unknown user again tonight.
Oh no.
Is she going to? I'm not sure. Are we allowed to help?
I'm give you 1 minute to think about it. I just want to get something quickly. Just 1 minute, and then she can give the answer, or you can give the answer.
Okay.
Would it not decrease the debit? No, it will. No.
Okay. Okay. Do you have an answer?
Is it not debit expense and credit liability? I don't know. In terms of asset.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe, but now expense can be anything. Remember, I said we must have names of the expense, and we can't say expense and liability.
Maybe we can
The
give
lady
it,
that wanted to help, Rosa.
maybe we can give it a name, maybe, and say it's insurance, right?
Yes.
Maybe we can say it's I don't know, a PG what PG insurance.
Okay. Okay. And what are you going to credit?
We're gonna credit the PG insurance, and then we're going to debit bank.
No, but we paid it already, so why do you want to debit bank again? We already credited
Oh,
here,
okay.
so why do you want to pay again? That you can say, well, I'm going to pay them 1-3. Maggie, our smart lady. Maggie, do you want to take a chance?
Yes, I want to try. So basically, we should credit that prepaid insurance 300 rand, and in the monthly insurance, we should debit 300 rand. Because we used to say insurance start from June, 1st of June, and now we are doing for August, so there is 3 months. So 1,200 divided by 12.
Okay, for that month it would be 100. That's I mean. I just wanted to get the entries correct. Yes.
Oh,
Maggie,
okay.
so don't worry if it's 300 or 100. What are you saying? Are you saying to me, are we debiting insurance and we crediting our prepaid?
Yes, we credit we credit the prepaid insurance 300 rand, and we debit monthly insurance.
Okay, this is for you, Maggie.
This girl is on fire.
Thank you, Maggie.
No, that's not my
Thank
noise.
you.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Thanks, Maggie. Okay, so everybody gets that? We're going to debit our prepaid insurance, and we're going to debit our insurance for that month, and we're going to credit our prepaid insurance. Can you see there's my debit and there's my credit? I'm going to debit my insurance expense. Okay, which is PG insurance. Okay, so I think most of you get the gist of it. Sorry?
May you please repeat that?
Okay, let me just take you here. When we incur the prepaid expense of the 1,200, it's an asset, right? So it's going to lay here. Everybody on the same page with me? A prepaid asset will lay here. Okay.
Yes.
Because if I die tomorrow, the company, the money is going to be paid back to me, right? I am then going to credit my, what did we say? Bank. Because I'm obviously paying it upfront for the month. But every month that is due, the expense is incurred of 100 Rand. It's going to lay here. So I'm going to debit my expense of 100 Rand here, and I'm going to credit my prepaid expense of 100 Rand there. So you will see over 12 months, this will be 100, 100 will get less and less and less. Okay. So here it will be 100 Rand here. You will see that they only owe me 1100 after if I should die. The next month they only owe me 1000 Rand if I die. So it's an asset that's due to me if I close the business tomorrow. Does everybody have that concept?
Yes, Aziza. I just want to add there.
Madam.
When I understanding this, I basically comparing with depreciation and accumulated depreciation. I think this is the same concept.
Yes, but there's not a lot of depreciation in your curriculum, and there's not too much about this also. It's just understanding. But you're right. When you debit your depreciation and you credit accumulated depreciation.
Aziza, can you
I
explain
told
that,
you, Maggie.
please?
Yes,
Okay.
I understood.
Okay. I said that if I were to pay insurance from 1 June up until 31 May, 100 Rand a month is 1/2. So if I pay my insurance for the whole year, right? It is then a prepaid expense, which is a prepaid expense, is actually an asset to me. Because if I die tomorrow, I want my money back. Are we all in agreement with that concept? I can't demand my money back. It's
Yes.
out of the grave. But you know what
Yes.
I mean? So, okay, so we're all in agreement with that. So when I pay that, obviously I'm crediting my bank. Are we all in agreement with that? Because my bank account is going to get less. Are we in agreement with this?
Yes,
Should I
because you
highlight
paid for
it?
the insurance, yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Aziza?
So, next, yes, Conrad?
That's Nishin. Sorry, man, was this the same example, similar to the same example from yesterday with the rent that you paid for the year? The 1,000
That was,
rand? Similar.
similar, yeah. That was a deposit, yeah. That was a deposit.
Okay.
The
Okay.
same concept, yeah.
Okay.
Aziza,
Okay.
I don't understand if
So next,
sorry, if you're paying it cash at 1,200 Rand, why do you have to have the monthly installments of 100 Rand?
Can I try and answer
remember,
that?
because insurance, you can pay one. Okay, yes, you might.
It's because when you divide 1.2 by 12, it's 100 Rand a month.
I get that part. I just don't
Okay.
understand that if
I
you
think
paid it cash, why do I have to now have
pay
recourse?
the 100 Rand.
Yes.
Okay, because can you just mute your mics, please? Just mute your mics, please. Okay, thanks. The 100 Rand is because you paid it now upfront 1.2, but it wasn't due. So in July, your first payment is actually due. So now the 100 Rand, remember, it's a accrual concept. If you, it's going to be expensed in the month that it happens. Do you understand? So now it's going to go off my account for June. The next month, 100 Rand for July. And so that account gets less and less and less. That account of 1,200 Rand will get less by the next year, 1st of June. But every month I have to take off the 100 Rand because that is the expense for that month of June. The next month of July, the 100 Rand, until we add it up and till we write it off to the 1,200 prepaid expense. That is why when we debit our prepaid expense, we have to eventually credit our prepaid expense so that
So
they balance
you're
out.
paying back the entity and not the insurance company.
you are paying every month the expense that is due of the 100 rand. It's going to come off your books, yeah, type of thing. Does anybody else understand this concept? Maybe they can explain it to somebody differently.
I think insurance in its nature is a monthly payment. So it's you that's why when you let's say you die and you've paid for the month, they owe you because you weren't covered for December because you haven't arrived at December. So in its nature, it's a monthly payment.
Yes.
Okay,
and
the
you were
tricky
just
part for
forward
me.
maybe to pay it upfront.
The tricky part for
Yes.
me is that you said you have the 1,200 rand and you paid it upfront in cash, right? Or is it on credit?
Yes.
Because when it's on
No,
credit,
it's not on credit.
if it's on credit, then I
It's
understand
not
why
on,
you would pay 100 rand per month.
It's not on credit. It must be reconciled monthly because it's billed monthly. So even if you can pay for 2 years, every month we must reconcile for it because in its nature, you cannot use up for next year when you haven't arrived next year. So it has to be reconciled monthly.
Okay.
Jy is op it, girl. Who was that? Rosa.
Yes.
Oh, you're on the ball, eh?
She's bowling today.
Yes, that's
She's bowling
exactly it. Yeah, she's on the ball. It's girl power tonight. I don't know where the men are. Okay. So everybody gets what La Rosa now re-explained. If you don't get it, then I don't worry too much about prepaid insurance. It's not the end of the world. Okay. But just know that's how it works, any prepaid type of thing. Okay, I'm going to give you the last example now. And let's just say that I paid the first installment of the laptop of 1,000 rand. Can we have some men tonight? We have some men tonight that want to answer us. Is it girl power? Are we intimidating you? Men, come answer.
I'm
Anybody?
gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take a chance.
Okay.
So you say you pay your laptop, which means money goes off your account, which means your bank gets credited, and your equipment or your laptop gets debited.
Yes. No.
No.
The credit side 1,000 rand from bank is correct, but the debit side should be liability because that is installment. So you are
yes, correct. You are right. Sorry, you are right.
You a day late and $1 short. Okay. Is liability correct? Slash?
No, it must be a name of the account.
Which was?
Isn't it supposed to be laptop?
No, laptop is not
laptop loan or something. Loan.
Incredible connection.
Incredible connection. That is it. Okay. We into naming. We into the naming business today. We grew up since last week. Okay. So basically, this is a summary without that. Okay. Now I just want to put it into these ledger accounts so that you can into these T accounts, and I'll show you how it becomes a ledger eventually. Okay, so let's look at the first one. We said debit bank and credit services rendered. So let's open up an account called bank, and services rendered. You know, if you're gonna write the exam, then you paste. I don't know how it is according to you the students, they told me it's going to be venue-based. I don't know, it's the first I heard. But anyway, if you're going to write venue-based, and when you're practicing, I suggest you practice downwards, not across, because it's very difficult to see if your debit and credits is balancing. I'm only doing it for ease for you people to see. But if you're practicing at home, practice down. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, because when it's here, you can't see your credit analytica. Okay.
You mean you must put the key accounts below each other?
I would say practice it below each other for now. It's easier to see your debits and your credits. Because once you're moving this way and that way, from this side to that side and this side to that side, it's very difficult to see which one is debiting and what is crediting. Then it's up to you, but just try rather down underneath each other.
Oh, it makes sense.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's do the first one. We said here the two accounts is bank and services rendered, and that's the two T accounts that I opened. The stage, it's a T account, right? I said debit bank, so I'm going to put the 1,500 on the debit side. And services rendered, we said credit, I'm going to put the 1,500 on the credit side. I said we swap the two accounts around, right? We are see bank, I'm going to say services rendered, right? And where it says services rendered, I'm going to say bank. Can you see how foolish it would have been if you wrote there liabilities or asset? You'd have had a whole bank account with asset. The marker wouldn't have known what to give you the mark for. So that is why I'm very specific from now. We need to classify what type of asset and what type of account we're using, right? And I always say that we start from right to left, because from right to left is as if it's already 80% completed. If we start here, it's like it's a long road ahead. So let's just start here. If we start here, it's a long road ahead, and then we still have to work, and then it becomes so confusing. So start on the right hand. You're all Muslim in accounting or convert you, and you write from right to left. Okay, and then we just put the date here. Let's just make up a date, 21 January. I'm making up dates now, 2020. Okay, and year 25 January. Okay, and here we have our ledger account. Okay, so can you see our ledger account is made up from a basic summary? So you start at this point, right, in the exams. And this is often the question that people mess up. And this is often the question that people get. I don't know how much marks they get, but they mess it up this runs. But this is where you can score your marks, but you need to do it systematically. Don't try to be brave and just jump into ledgers and T accounts and just say, debit does credit that. Trust me, you're gonna make a mistake. So you have this and you sort of like just mark it off like I do it with the asterisk, so that you know under what accounts it for. Then you sort of do a quick summary so you don't make the mistake, and then you put it in your ledger accounts. I need to emphasize that in this curriculum, ledgers play an important role. Because we a lot of chapter 7, 8, 9 is ledgers. So if you can't do ledgers properly, thoroughly, be able to read the ledger, you're going to struggle with the subject. And that is why I'd rather take more time on this chapters, so that you know how to do a ledger and you know how to read the ledger. All right, let's move on. So the next one we said is debit equipment. So I'm going to put an equipment account up here, open equipment, okay, and bank. Now, we're not foolish people, we're very sensible people. You do not open another bank account. Okay, although I know you people got lots of money and you want 20 different bank accounts, we keep it simple. Okay, so I have a bank account here, and on the credit side, I'm going to go 12,000. Okay, now with This one was the one that we cancelled out. Let's just hypothetically said we had one for 12,500 then. That was maybe something else. So we created our bank, right? And our next one, we're going to be set debit our equipment with 12,500. We swap the two accounts around and we go bank, equipment here and bank here. Can you see I have a debit and I have a credit? And let's just put in any date, the 28th, 29th of January. And let's just put in here 29th of January. Alrighty.
Your equipment is 12,500 and your bank is 12,000.
I see that now. Thanks, Conrad. Typo error. Okay, let's do the next one. We went to buy equipment for 12,000 Rand. So we're going to debit equipment once again for 12,000 Rand. And we're going to credit Incredible Connection. So you're going to open an account called Incredible Connection. And we're going to credit Incredible Connection. Everybody with me? We swap the two around. By Incredible Connection, we write equipment and the equipment, we're going to put Incredible Connection. Let's just put your IC. Let's put here the 15th of Feb. 2015. I'm just making up dates. Can you see how easy it becomes if we work from this way? Let's do the next one. You're going to debit your prepaid insurance. Okay, so I'm going to have a prepaid insurance account from PG or whatever. And we're not going to open another bank because we're sensible people. So we're going to credit our bank with 1,200. We're going to debit our prepaid insurance with 1,200. I am going to what is the contra accounts? I'm going to put here prepaid. Let's just put here insurance. And under this one, we're going to put bank. Michael. And then let's just put the date in here, 7th of, or the 1st of March. I was in June earlier, but let's just change the date. And let's just put here the 1st of March. Okay. Let's account for the 100 Rand. Okay. So the 100 Rand, I'm going to debit my prepaid insurance. Okay, my expense. I'm going to debit the 100 Rand here. I'm going to credit my 100 Rand here. Okay, and let's just put the date, sorry, the 100 Rand here. So let's just swap the accounts around and put here insurance amount, insurance expense maybe. And let's just put here prepaid. No, wait, I'm talking nonsense now. I think I'm making a mistake. Here I'm going to debit my prepaid insurance and here I'm going to credit. So here I must put insurance and here I must put. Why can't I get this referencing right now? So, okay, here I must put prepaid insurance. And I'm going to prepaid insurance expense type of thing. And here I'm going to put my insurance expense. Yeah, okay, there, got it. And then what date can I choose here? The 1st of April. Okay, 1 April 2020. So if it came here 1 May, for the lady that had trouble understanding this, 1 May 2020, I would then have 100 Rand here again and 100 Rand here again. Come the 1st of June 2020, I would have 100 Rand here. Come the 1st of July, I would have 100 Rand here. August, 100. Okay, September, 100. December, September, October, and so on, until this will be 1,200 at the beginning of the next financial year. Does the lady see what I'm talking about now? Okay, let's just close it off. I just want to show you how to close these accounts off. And I know the students struggle with this. Okay, so we're going to take the highest value, right? You add it up on your calculator. 12,500 Rand plus 1,200. You put that 13,700 in here because it is higher. And you see, 13,700 this side, my credit side, is higher than my debit side. Okay, this is normally what my bank account looks like. There's more outs than ins. Now yours look. Okay, so now 13,700 minus 1,500 is 12,200. So, okay, that is a carry down value. And say the 1st of February, I will have a brought down value and it will be 12,200. This is how you do a ledger entry. You will see another column here, which I'll show you later on, where it will say where you money from the cash receipts journal or the cash payment journal. But I'm not going to go into that. We'll just add that other column later on. But basically, this is a type of a GL. What is a GL? But it's just not. There's just a column that you would still add if we get to that stage. So who can analyze this bank account for me? Who can tell me something by looking at this bank account? What does this bank account tell us?
That it's in minus.
It's in minus. Okay, what else? Anything else that you can tell me about this bank account by just looking at it? Oh, it's storming here outside, eh? Anybody else?
There's more outs than ins.
Yes, that's what the lady said. Yeah, there's more outs. That's why I said it looked like my bank account. More outs than ins. Anybody else? La Rosa? DM, you quiet? Albertina, is she on tonight? I know my audience, no? It's my friend of Saturday. What's her name now with an M?
Digest this. I'm just trying to digest all of this.
Is it Monique that I had? Monique, yes. Monique, what do you say?
I mean, other than you need to go and do more tutoring, I'm not sure what else I can. I mean, the date is being brought down is before the prepaid. So I don't know if there's
Okay.
any other issue.
Not okay. That's not what I'm looking for. Anything else that you can see about this bank? Angel, are you with us? Are you with us tonight?
Yes,
Or
I am.
your head?
No, the
Oh,
working
your
time.
headphones is working. Do you not know?
Yes.
Do you
Now
not know
opening
for
balance.
month tonight?
No.
Okay, basically, let me tell you what this account says to me. Just mute your mics. What this account says to me is that I bought equipment and I paid prepaid expenses. There will be a lot of other stuff that I can see and analyze where my money went out to, or did somebody steal it? You know. And on this side, I'll be able to see how much money came into my bank account and what dates it came in, and how much money I've got left. So currently here you can see I'm out of balance here because the business isn't doing well, and like Conrad said, there was no money earlier in. So basically that is what a summary. So a GR is basically a summary of the account on and what happened in that account. And that is why you have to cross-reference it. But this is the easiest way to cross-reference it, because I tell you, it also becomes a nightmare cross-referencing it if you don't do it from a summary. Okay, let's move on to the next block. And okay, wait, we haven't even done this block yet. So 12,500 plus 1, 2 is 13,700. Okay. Okay, so my down. Carry down is before we close off, eh? So that will be 13,700. Our brought down is the new month, and that is 13,700. My dates is not for a month, so I'm not going to put the date here, but normally the next month would be your brought down balance. So what can you tell me about this account? Just looking at it, I want you to be able to read ledgers that I'm asking you these questions. Anybody, what can you tell me about this account, except the fact that we bought 13,700 rands worth of equipment? One we paid cash, the other one we bought on debt. So what more can you tell me? For the students that came in late, please don't forget to sign the attendance register. Anybody, what can you tell me about this this account? Anybody? Nobody wants to talk to me. Where's our men tonight? Our men are all on load shedding tonight. Nishan, what can you tell me about this account? I think I mentioned it last night. Anybody, nobody? That we never sold, there was no selling of equipment. Right? No, we didn't sell. Just basic things I want you to think about. There was no selling of equipment, right? There was no stolen, nobody stole equipment. Well, we didn't lose equipment, so we didn't sell equipment. So basically, that is what it means. Because if there was something on this side, it would have meant that we sold equipment or somebody stole the equipment, we took it off our books or something like that. Am I right? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Talking nonsense.
That brought down value is incorrect there, Aziza.
Sorry? Oh. Okay. Besides the value that was incorrect. Do you agree with me what I said now? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on to services rendered. Services rendered. Normally, if there's only one thing, you don't have to go carry down, brought down. Okay, so you just leave it like that. In this one, say let's just do this one quickly. So what would we do here? We put the 1,200 Rand there and the 1,200. So we'll say 1,200 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would have a carry down value of 500. And then we will have a brought down value of 500. Everybody with me? Agree with me?
I'm
Yes.
lost.
Yes.
Sorry. What can you tell me about this account? What can you tell me about this account?
Maybe can you just assist the lady that said she's lost before we wrap it up?
What lady said we lost? Am I getting different messages to you people?
No, she said she's
No, I
lost.
think
No,
I did
I said I'm lost. I don't know.
You don't know about the what this account says, or you lost in the whole process.
Yeah, the carried down amount. I don't know where that came from. Like what you
Okay,
explained about the.
so what I explained here was that the highest value, this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 Rand. So 1,200 is higher than 700. So I put the highest value in. Now I say 1,200 minus 700 is 500, right? So 500 becomes my carry down value and my brought down value is 500. So
Okay, I get it now. Thanks.
Okay, so my next question is, what does this say? What is this? What can you identify from this account?
The 500 Rand is positive. It's a debit. It's not a negative.
No, not really what I'm looking for. Anybody else? Maggie?
It means we still have assets available under this account, and the service is not ended yet. I expecting
And
the
how
service continue.
and how much
Still
rand value of
another
service?
5 months. Another still 5 months because 100 per month.
Aha. My G that. You know, it's my G, my girl. Okay, so that's correct.
Aziza, can I ask a question?
Yeah, bro.
Can your carried down amount be different to your brought down amount ever?
No.
Okay, so they're always the same. Okay.
They're always the same. That's you closing. You're closing at month end, and this is your opening at the beginning of the month again.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Hi, Asisa. I just want to add one point for that lady lost before. I think he just need to understand one thing, because in the ledger account on the monthly at the end of the month, we must tally both credit and debit. That is why we always take the higher value to work, for the carry down and the bring down. The account must tally.
Okay. Thanks, Maggie. That's right. Okay. Is there everybody that clear on this whole exercise? We're gonna move on now, right? If you still have a problem, you're welcome to email me if you want me to incorporate you somewhere in our small little groups. That's fine. So you need to email me and I'll see what I can do. I'm going to ask you to try to keep on par all the time. So if there's still something that you don't understand, to keep on par, because we can't go back and have another few groups. There's not enough days in the week to have another small group with as the topics as we continue on the chapters. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't have still after 3 weeks still a group of people that don't understand the basic accounting equation. And then the next one that don't understand that. So I need you to stay on par with me. The moment you don't realize that you don't understand it, email me. And then we can sort out that problem immediately. Because accounting becomes a nightmare when it becomes too much. But it's very nice when you understand it. Hey, Maggie?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, let's move on now and let's move to VAT. Okay, so VAT is basically value added tax. So VAT is basically a revenue stream for government to fund its fiscal activities. It is tax levied on goods or services. So the question is, have you ever noticed that there's no VAT on carrots when the root is attached? So in a typical example like this, you wouldn't pay VAT. But when the carrots is cut and clean, you would pay VAT on. Why is it that you won't put VAT on it? Why is it that there's VAT on, no VAT on this when there's still a root? And there is VAT on when it's in a plastic bag? Is it because of the plastic bag?
Rendered. Because the service was rendered.
Yes.
The carrots were clean.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Conrad. Okay. Here's the answer actually. However, the carrot is clean and sliced and packaged, then VAT is applicable. Okay. So what is VAT? VAT is a service that was rendered by cutting up the carrots. Therefore, the VAT is charged for the service. So there's two types of VAT. You get an output VAT and an input VAT. Now, I normally remember it like this, and it's a very corny way to remember it. When you purchase something, the VAT is included, input VAT. Output VAT is on sales. It doesn't belong to you, it must go out to SARS. So that's how I normally remember it. Okay, so output VAT is used when the organization sells inventory or services or stock or whatever. When you make income or revenue, you will charge VAT. Okay, so
Aziza, sorry.
Yes.
I have a request. Yes. Maybe can we just make it a bit practical? Maybe let's just say Pick n Pay uses output, like maybe just, just to bring it back home for it to make sense. Because when
I can't do that type of example with this, because if you're going to use Pick n Pay, they have to buy stock, so there will be input VAT, and they have to sell, so it will be output VAT. But I'll try now, but not, you can't use an example. There's no one company, there's no one business that can have no input VAT or only output VAT. You see, because you're going to buy and sell in a business.
Oh, okay. So a business does contributes output and input.
Yes.
So when you
that's where you have a VAT control.
And when you sell.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So output VAT is a liability. Does anybody want to tell me why it's a liability?
Because it's you owe somebody, you have to pay somebody, which is SARS in this case.
Okay. yeah. Because SARS you as the business owner, you collect the money from the client on behalf of SARS, which makes you liable to pay SARS. It's a present obligation to pay. It will result in an outflow of economic activities. It's a result of a past event, okay, where you were charged, you made a sale. Okay, input VAT is used when one buys inventory or stock for resale. This is an asset. Why is it an asset? Because you can convert it into cash and claiming the inflows back. Okay, so input VAT is something that you claim due to you. Output VAT is due by you. Okay, the input and the output VAT will be offset in a VAT control account. Normally in accounting, you can't offset assets and liabilities from each other, but only when it comes to VAT because it's legally enforceable. So you can offset your input VAT from your output VAT in your VAT control account and then pay out because it would be kind of silly if I owe Saul's 1,000 rand and I go take it to him and then I say, okay, no, you still owe me 200 rand. So I'm coming back tomorrow to fix the 200 rand. So you offset it, 1,000 minus the 200, and you pay Saul's the 800. Or if it was vice versa, Saul's will then pay you the 800. Everybody clear on that?
Aziza,
Yes,
are you looking at a presentation now? Because we are still looking at your basic accounting equation.
You can't see it again.
You need to reshare it, remember?
Oh, yes.
Unshare and then okay.
And you're only telling me now. My word. And I was going to tell you, don't look at that.
You're explaining it well enough that we could understand it without reading it at the same time.
So, where am I? Okay, yeah. Thanks. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, man, just remind me every time when I change screen that I must change it. Okay, so your VAT control account, okay? So like I said, it would be senseless to pay SARS the output VAT and ask SARS to give us our input VAT. Therefore, we offset the two, the input and the VAT, and the balance will be due to you or by you. Okay, so basically, if there is a 15% VAT rate, now I know that the book does it different to me, and I know that I cannot do it like the book because I'm just set in my ways. Oh, I don't do it like the book. But anyway, you can follow whatever way you want to do. So remember, you get inclusive VAT and VAT exclusive. So if it's VAT exclusive, just remember X. Let me just see here. X is EX, no? Exclusive
Yes.
for
Yes.
EX and excluding. So that X looks like a multiply. So you just go, if it says 1,000 rand, then you go multiply. Just remember it like that. Must I repeat myself again what I meant?
Yes, please.
If they say,
Yes, please.
if they say it's VAT exclusive, exclusive was EXCLUSIVE, right? And and it's excluding that. EX was an X. You just picture that X in your brain and make it a bold X. So if you look at it, X, it looks like a multiply. Am I right? Are you visualizing what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, so then you know you must multiply 1,000 times 15% with B if it's exclusive. If it's inclusive, let me just and then I have to share the page again. Okay, if it's X inclusive, you know what I for inclusive, if you change the I around, it looks like a divide. You slant it. That's how I remember it. Why I advise the students to remember it. Then you have to divide. Then you say 1,150 Rand divided by 1.15. That's how I do it. I'll show you now. Don't worry too much about this. I'll do the examples for you. So let's say Mandy Incorporated buys inventory for 57 Rand 50 at SHI wholesalers to resell in the shop. The VAT rate is 15%. Right? So counting entries and calculations. So you go 57 Rand 50 divided by 1. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. 57 Rand 50 divided by 1.15. And then I get 50 Rand. Can you all see that? So that 50 Rand is the purchase leg of the transaction. And just remember, I told you that for every debit, there is a credit. Okay. But I didn't mean that you can have 7 debits and 1 credit, but I meant in Rand value. So you can have 7 debits of 1 Rand, 1 Rand, 1 Rand, 1 Rand, 1 Rand, and credit 7 Rand. Just remember that. So and that will be applicable in your VAT calculations. So if you look at it here, 57 Rand 50 divided by 1.15 equals my 50 Rand. So the 50 Rand is the purchase leg of the transaction. I credit 57 Rand 50 because the full amount goes into the bank account, right? So if you buy inventory, all right, I'm going to credit the full bank account. If you go to Macro and you buy stock, you pay the full amount. You don't like say, okay, 50 Rand is for you, Macro. The 7 Rand 50 I'll go sort out with SARS. You just give me the slip. No, you pay the full 57 Rand 50. You take it home, the slip. You will debit your purchases with 50 Rand, debit your input VAT with 7 Rand 50. Remember I said, when we purchase, it is inclusive of VAT, input VAT. On the next side, I'm saying Mandy Incorporated buys inventory for resale. The VAT rate is 15%. Why is this the same? What am I trying to achieve here? Mandy buys inventory. The VAT rate is 15. Accounting entries. Oh, this is the other way that you can do it. The one that the way that I don't like doing it. Okay, so it's 57 and 50 times 15 divided by 1.15, right? So that is 750. So that is basically the other way to do it. I don't like the second way. I like my first way. Okay, let's continue. So Mandy now sells the goods at 115 Rand at YDE suppliers. So now you say 115 Rand divided by 1.15 is 100. So 100 Rand is my sales value. You with me? So I'm going to go debit bank 115 Rand because when YDE came to buy, they paid the full 115 Rand. So I entered the whole 115 Rand into my bank. And that's why I went debit bank 115. I break up the sales portion and the VAT portion by doing the calculation 115 divided by 1.15. And then I get my 100 Rand. I say 115 minus 100 Rand and I get my VAT output. Okay, if you do it the different way, the alternative way that I don't like is 115 times 15 divided by 115 equals 15 Rand. So now I'm getting my other leg of the transaction. Can you see here? I'm getting the other leg of the transaction. And that is my VAT leg of the transaction if you do it this way. This way, I'm getting my sales leg of the transaction. Either way, here's one line item, here's two. But either way, they add up to 115. Any questions on this? Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Has anybody everybody filled in the register? Okay. The zero-rated and exempt supplies. So zero-rated services to welfare organizations, the sale of an enterprise and fuel. This is just theory that you have to study in your book there. Exempt, the sheriff and messenger of the court, interest on overdue accounts, interest paid, residential property, commercial, education services. Okay, so this is basically a golden rule of a trial balance. And LIC, I normally say it like this, LIC is on the credit side. So it's normally liabilities, income and credit will always sit on this side. Sorry, liabilities, income and capital will always sit on your credit side. And assets and expenses will always sit on your debit side. Okay, so on my debit side, we have input VAT. I enter my R7.50 there. On my credit side, I have the R15 of output VAT. Once again, the same rule applies. I take the highest value, R15. Okay, I say R15 minus R7.50 is R7.50. My balance brought down is R7.50. Now, except Maggie, I don't want Maggie to answer this question because she's too smart for us. What can you tell me? Who owes who money here?
SARS. I owe SARS money.
Okay, yeah, we owe SARS money. And why? Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Conrad? Or did you guess?
No, I didn't guess. I'm just thinking now. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec so long. Let me just think.
Because the input VAT, which is the money that came in, was the 750. However, what we billed out was 15. As a result, by minusing it, we owe SARS because we inputted less than what should go out to SARS.
And is it a liability or is it an asset?
It's because it's an output, it becomes a liability.
Okay, yes. There's also this golden rule like I just wrote here. If it lands up on the side of your VAT control account, it's a liability. Liability, incomes, and capital is always on the credit side, and assets and equity is always on the debit side. Sorry, assets and expenses is always on the debit side. So the business owes SARS R7.50. Okay. Non-claimable input VAT on the following entertainment expenses. Okay, so take note in the petty cash journal. We buy milk and tea, it will be charged with VAT, but we can't claim it back. You all with me? When you buy tea and coffee at the work for petty cash, you will pay VAT on it, but you cannot claim it back because it falls under entertainment. Okay, membership fees, golf clubs, social clubs. Okay, salaries and wages. Why don't we pay salaries and wages? Why don't we claim VAT on salaries and wages? Why don't
Isn't
we
because
pay
we pay tax. We pay tax on our
income tax?
salaries. Yes.
Income tax. I'm sure we're going to pay another tax next year. We're going to pay some sort of an additional tax next year. Okay. Goods and
Aziza,
services. Yes.
why is milk and tea entertainment? I don't get it. Is it not supposed to be like office something?
It
Like
falls under entertainment expenses when you buy at work. Milk and tea and sugar and steak and that's entertainment.
oh my gosh. Okay.
When
That's
you
not
buy
for
from
running the
Petty
business.
yeah, it's not for running the business. She's right. She's right. Not for running the business.
But we
Okay.
need to stay awake. We need coffee. For people to be able to run the business, they need coffee.
My company
Must
doesn't give us coffee or sugar or tea. We have to buy it ourselves. If you
Hectic.
if you're working in small companies, I've noticed they always give you coffee and sugar. But when it comes to corporate companies, they don't give you coffee and tea and sugar. That rule has been cut out years ago. So you have to buy your own stuff. Buy or steal whatever's in the cupboard. Okay. Goods and services purchased from a non-registered VAT vendor. So those are your spaza shop owners. Passenger vehicles. You cannot claim input VAT on it. You can claim on a delivery vehicle, right? But you can't claim on a double cab. Can you claim on a club cab?
Yes.
A club cab has 2 seats, isn't it?
What's a
It's
club
got
cab?
like maybe 3 seats.
What's
A
a club
club
cab?
cab is a double cab with a very small, cars, that double cabs with a very small seat at the back. That very, very
Oh
small
yes,
seat, not the real
yes.
double cab.
Fair.
Those
Okay, yes.
you now those you can claim on because it's not luxury. It's like when you're sitting awkward, they say, okay, now you can claim. Okay, you cannot claim on payments of advocate fees, rates and tax on conveyancing transactions, occupational rent. Keep all these things just in mind. Don't worry about it too much. Just read it once, and then you keep this notes or you keep it in your book. And when we get later on to our legal accounting, I'll keep on taking you back. And then I'll say, there it was. There it was. Can you see? There. I didn't
Are you gonna
lie
share
to you.
these notes?
Okay. They are up on Teams and I will send it to you as well
Okay.
on the WhatsApp. Okay. So this is what I explained to you. I tried to explain to you earlier. Exclusive. There's the X and there's the type of X. So 100% times 15, 100 Rand times 15%. There's the I, and when we change it, slanted, it goes to divide. Corny way of remembering things. Yes. Yes, Conrad. I'm listening, Conrad. You wanted to say something?
Sorry, I said that heading says take note of that inclusive and that inclusive and the righteous given.
Okay, sorry, it should have been VAT exclusive. Okay, sorry, I'll rectify that. Okay. Okay, so this I here, you can see there it's slanted and then you divide it. When it says a X here, you multiply it. Okay, so if it's inclusive, divide exclusive times. So if the VAT range change, remember the question paper can say anything. It doesn't have to say 15% the current rate. You can say 12% too. Then you say 115 divided by 1.12 or 100 times 12%. So excluding those ladies that was in my class last night, if it's 6%, how would you calculate it?
I'm assuming if it's 6%, you would have to say maybe 100 multiplied by 0.06, or is it 0,
Are you talking about the inclusive?
for now I'm talking about the exclusive.
So you want to say 100 times
0.6.
Is it 1.06?
Is it 0.06 or 0.6?
Okay.
Not
What
1.06.
about 6?
It's not 100
How about
times
6%?
6%. 6%, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's easier. 100 times 6%.
Oh, okay, because I think mine has already been converted to percentages.
It's the same thing. You can do that 100 times 6% or 100 times 1.06. That's fine if it's exclusive. If it's inclusive, what would you then do?
I would then say 115 divided by 6%.
I would say 115 divided by 1.06.
Yeah. I'd say
Yes.
that as well.
The lady before that answered, if you're going to divide 115 divided by 6%, you're going to get 1,900 rand, which is incorrect. So it's correct, like the lady said, divided by 1.06. Okay, just take note of that kind of stuff. You never know. You never know how Elisa wants to test you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the end. It doesn't look like we're going to get to our incorporated examples. Why did I close it now? It doesn't look like we're going to get because it's 8 o'clock already. Any questions?
Yes, Aziza, is there going to be another small class again in the week? From Saturday?
On Saturday, you have to request one. So you're going to have to send an email to request one for Saturday. I think that the people did request one for Friday evening for, I haven't got approval yet for the people that's load shedding tonight. It's going to be quite awkward now for all of us. It's going to be very difficult for all of us now because everybody has load shedding on a different time, and the recordings are not so nice as the interactive session where I don't know how you feel about the interactive session. You or doesn't it bother you if you listen to a recording? But then again, I'm gonna need people to be in the session to record because then I'm gonna talk to myself. So I don't know the way forward now with this load shedding because we're going to stage 4 now. So it's gonna affect us at night. So I don't know. And everybody's back at work, so it's not like we can do it during the day again.
Or maybe you can try to schedule the one on maybe Friday to Saturday where everyone is at home, and it's maybe in the morning because if it's stage 4, then I'm not sure, but it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, but we all live in different districts and zones.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing. Cape Town and different to me. But now for this week, I'm at 4, so I don't know, 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock. So it's fine, but I think that schedule will be next week. It's going to hit me. So then if it hits you like on a Monday, it's going to hit you a whole week at the same time. So then the whole week is basically cancelled if it's at night, especially if I get the 6 to 8 schedule. But let's just see what happens.
So for the Friday, the people have requested for what time?
The Friday,